Fish has a huge problem. And before anybody says anything, no, I'm not hating on the game. I love the game. Whether it's the game itself or behind the scenes as a content creator, this game is great. It's amazing. But I've begun to see a lot of negativity, whether it's from my own community or from another person's community. A lot of stuff has kind of been said. Now let's get into a little history lesson. Fish was created in Q4 of last year, 2024, by the developer Woozy Nate. Anybody that played the game early on knows how fast this game took off. And with the game taking off at such speed, obviously help was needed. So about a month after Fish's initial success, they needed help. The game was growing. They needed some help with the game. And that help came from the Roblox studio, Do Big Studios, I believe is what they're called. So here's their page right here. And most, if not every single one of you will recognize these games. Their biggest one being Blade Ball. I'm sure everyone knows that, but also Dusty Trip, Baddies, Fish, Color or Die. Everybody knows these games. We've all seen these games, and they have plenty of others. So on paper, this seems like a good deal. There's a partnership between the developer of Fish. This bigger studio is coming in to help them. Everything's good. Things are going to get done. The game is going to pop off until we take a look deeper into Do Big's games. Now I'm here in Blade Ball, and I'm not going to be here long, but I want to get my point across here. Let's take 30 seconds and look around. Let's see how much we see. Ugh, not free. Let's see what we got here. Not free. Not free. Very not free. Extremely not free. Super not free. For anybody that doesn't know, these abilities are not like, they're not like guaranteed. It could take you ages, hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get one of these, one ability. So as you can see, Blade Ball, very pay to win with some of those abilities especially. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt and take a look at Dusty Trip. Not free, not free, not free, not free, not free, and not free. Now, I'm not saying everything needs to be free, because that's simply not the case. These people need to make a living, and that can only be done by selling stuff for Robux. So I'm not blaming anyone. We got bills to pay. Stuff has got to happen. They got to make money. I mean, life is life. But there needs to be balance. Balance is so important. And now you may be asking, Noct, what does any of this have to do with Fish? Let me get into it. So up until recently, Fish did a very good job with balance. If you played the game back when it first came out, you could buy credits, you could buy game passes, the usual. That's typical. It's standard. We expect that. Now, this is a statement from when the Do Big and Fish partnership started. Now, you don't need to read the whole thing. You can pause if you want to, but I want you to focus on that last line. We have no intentions of making the game pay to win or unfair for free-to-play players. So I asked my Discord. The link is in the description if you want to join. I asked them, not if Fish was pay to win, just a simple question. If you could change anything about the game, what would it be? And there was one thing that repeatedly came up. Make the game less pay to win. So how is it pay to win? What is not only my community talking about, but other people in the Fish community saying? So once the partnership started between Do Big Studios and Fish, they kind of stuck to their word. Nothing pay to win came into the game. Now, Fish and the people at Do Big made multiple claims about not making the game pay to win, saying things like they're not going to make an unobtainable rod with a Robux wall that you have to get through, and other things along the line. You can check their Discord and fact check me on that. They made multiple claims about that. The average player, most players, do not like having to pay for things that give you a crazy advantage in the game. Paying for cosmetics is one thing, paying for an advantage is another. One is okay, one is not. And that's where people start to get angry. So let me give you a little timeline. So around a month after this partnership between Do Big and Fish, some of you may remember, a little thing appeared right here. It was a battle pass that you could get for Christmas time. And it had a lot of free stuff, but it also had paid stuff. And I'm sure most of you know how people feel about battle passes. It doesn't get a good reputation from most communities. So that was kind of the start back in December. The battle pass brought on some discussions. It brought on some discussions. People started talking. Not much, because there wasn't anything else going on, but people did start chit-chatting a little bit about it. A little bit after, or maybe even before, I think it was after though, They added skins, and people freaked out about the skins when they first were leaked. People were like, oh great, they're adding blade ball skins to fish that we're gonna have to pay for. Which was half true, because as you can see, these you can all get with the normal money. But then you added the shop, and there's another section of skins, the cooler skins, that you can only get with Robux. Then they started to do something weird with these bundles here. It used to be, from my memory, that these bundles would come with, they'd be around the same price, but they'd come with the boat. Luck like this was never a part of the bundle. I don't ever remember seeing luck this high. I think the highest I saw in a bundle was 8x luck, and that was for a bundle around Christmas time. So it was basically like an Aurora that you got for an hour with your bundle. And then things progressed. We started to get fish that were insanely hard to obtain unless you had luck. They were even hard to obtain with an Aurora. And this is what's making people angry. So with the Marianas Veil update, they added 4 secrets: the Magma Leviathan, Frozen Leviathan, and Crowned Anglerfish. You needed these 3 secrets to get to the 4th secret. This, how do you say it? Skyla? This Hydra. I don't know what it is, but you needed those 3 secrets to unlock access to that secret. Now, this is a fun concept until you start to look at the drop rates for these fish. The Scylla especially, being under 0.5%. This makes it very hard for a lot of these players to get these fish, unlock these areas, or get the full game's experience without buying the luck. And even with an Aurora, these fish can be pretty hard. But I don't think that's the bad part. The bad parts come in the most recent 2 updates: the Moby update and the Egg update. So most of you probably know, if you catch a Moby, you can give it to this guy. He will give you a relic. He will give you a relic, and that relic will give you the best enchant in the game, Song of the Deep. However, Moby is nearly impossible to catch. Nearly impossible, even with the luck. It is not easy. I've seen no one with a Moby. Probably less than a fraction of a percent of the free-to-play population playing this game is going to catch a Moby. It's virtually impossible. And then with these eggs, they're 100 Robux a piece. They're discounted if you buy 10, and about a percent average to get the 2 best things. You can get these eggs for free. They're a 5% drop rate from catching specific fish. But the drop rates for the rewards completely change and become significantly harder, nearly impossible. Not only that, but they added bait with no cons that you can only get with Robux. There is no way to get this for free. You cannot get this. This is completely locked by a paywall. Now, these paywalls are things you're prompted to pay for an advantage in this game. Don't affect me. I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I can afford these things and sometimes make videos on them for you. But they do affect the majority of the player base, my community, and other people's communities. And I'm in a position where I can speak out and educate people on it. So I have 2 questions to ask. I need my community and anyone else's community to comment what you want to see changed in this game. Don't hate on the game. Don't speak negatively about it. But what do you want to see change? What suggestions do you have? What do you miss? What do you want to see more of? It can be anything. How can they balance it? I want to hear it all. And lastly, once I get this feedback, should I make a video on it? Make a video of going over the suggestions and how it would look, and like a discussion of how we think it could be better. And maybe something will happen. We never know. We never know. But I know we all love this game. I know we want the best for it. So let's do what we can.